You know who complained the loudest, and the quickest and the loudest and with the most amount of righteous indignation? The fraudsters.
Victims are losing millions of pounds to organised crime gangs.
Those are fraudsters and they don't care about you.
I think fraud is just lazy.
Alternative that can protect you from fraud. Pause, process, protect.
In this video, I'm going to be talking about the mindset of a fraudster and how to avoid them as you go about your business. First, how the fraudsters operate. A fraudster does not care about repeat business or about networking or about future collaboration. They don't care about that. All they care about is to get their victim to remit funds, to remit whatever they want their victim to remit. They don't care about your future business with them. They don't know. They are not into brand management or image. They don't care about their image. What is on the mind of a fraudster is how to get a victim to remit money, is how to get their next victim. That's what is on the mind of a fraudster. A fraudster doesn't want to know any other thing. They don't even want to know maybe in the future you can always call them and give them business, or they don't care about their brand. They have no brand to protect. All they want is to get money, is to get funds from you. That's what a fraudster is all about. Not a fraudster. People who ask you for help are not fraudsters. Yeah, if they ask you for help for something, oh please, I need this, can you give me money for this? That's not a fraudster, because you have the right to say yes or no, and the person will be on their way. You have the right to say, okay, I will help you, and you help them. And if you don't want to help them, it's not a big deal. That's not a fraudster. A fraudster is someone who will tell lies, serious legal lies. They'll tell lies. Let's say, for instance, they can tell you that, oh, if you pay this kind of money, I'll give you this building, or I'll give you this contract. Those are fraudsters, and they don't care about you. They only care about the money they want to get from you. So how do you protect yourself from these people? Number one, you have to do your research. When you're dealing with any person, you have to do your research, especially when it has to do with business, when it has to do with your money. Research is very important in business. In Nigeria, for instance, many fraudsters do not have offices. They don't have mortar offices. They don't have offline offices that you can just walk into and talk to them. No, many of them will tell you, oh, my business is online. I've learned things. My experiences in life have taught me that many people, many legit business owners, especially when they've gotten to a certain level, they always have a working office. They always have offline office that you can always walk into, because the business might not go well, or you might have complaints. So they always want to have like an offline office whereby people can walk in and talk to them so that they can resolve their issues. But many fraudsters don't have offline offices. They don't. So when you're dealing with a person, or when you're dealing with a supposed businessman or businesswoman, and they don't have a office, that has to raise some red flags, and you have to be very careful about that. I'm not talking about the little business owners who are not able to afford offices. No, I'm not talking about those ones, those struggling entrepreneurs that are just coming up. No, I'm not talking about that. Like me, for instance, I'm a makeup artist. My business is online, so anybody who wants my services can always reach out to me, and I would, go offer my services. I can't afford an actual office. Yeah, at this stage in my career. But if someone like a business person who tells you, oh, I have millions of dollars, I have millions of this and that, and then you ask them, where is your office? And they go like, oh, I don't have a office. I don't have any office. My business is purely online. Then you need to be careful. I'm not saying they are all fraudsters. Yes, because they are actual business people who don't have like offline offices. They are actual business people like that. But when someone tells you things like that, then you have to do extra research. You understand? It's very, very important. That's the best way to avoid fraudsters, by doing research. When it comes to business, yeah, especially business that will cost you money, that will cost you to part with money. Take your time, chill, relax. There's always time. If there's no time, then let that business pass away. There's always time to relax, think, and strategize. Don't be so overly excited. Fraudsters, oh my goodness, the way they act, the way they operate, they will tell you, oh, if you do this now, I'll give you this now. Yeah, they want you to commit immediately. They want you to commit immediately. They don't want to give you time to, you know, think about stuff. They don't want you to have time to go over and over it again, because they know that if you have the time to go over and over it, you might spot some, some red flags. So they want you to commit immediately. When you see business people who want you to commit immediately, then that has to raise some red flags. Why do you want me to commit immediately? Once you come across people like that, all you need to do is to take a step back, rewind, relax, and go over all the contracts, everything. Ask them about their offices, ask them about stuff, go to government offices, do background research. This is very important, especially when you're living in places like Africa, where they don't really have lots of databases to, check up on people. Especially when you're doing business in Africa, you need to take your time. In places like the US, UK, there's enough database to help entrepreneurs, to help investors. All you have to do is to search their name or go to the different offices, secretariats, and you'll get the details you want about those people. Yeah, but in Africa, it's kind of hard, because in Africa, we don't really have a lot of databases, and I feel like the governments of different African countries can step in and make this work by introducing a sound database system that you can just search anybody, or you can just go and find out about anybody, like just at a click of a finger, because it's very important. It's very, very important, especially for investors, for business people. This will make them feel safe. It will make them feel secured. Fraudsters in Africa are taking advantage of the fact that there are no sound database system in Africa to defraud people. I feel like this is one way the government can help their citizens and investors. When someone wants you to rush into a business, rush into a contract, when they are trying to make you to rush into, giving out your money, you need to take a step back. You need to take a step back and rewind, because definitely something is wrong somewhere. A good businessman, a good businesswoman will give you time. They will give you time to go over and over it again, because they know that they are legit. They know they have nothing to hide. They know that if you won't commit to their business, another person will commit to their business. They are not desperate. You understand? So that's one thing you should be on the lookout for. If you're watching this video and you've ever been defrauded, listen, calling out a fraudster is not the best way to go about it, because they don't really care. They don't care, and it doesn't affect them. Because how many people will go online and be like, oh, this person is a fraudster, this. Many people don't care. You understand? They don't follow up on things like this. If you want to stop a fraudster from defrauding you and other victims in the future, go to, like, anything you know about them, compile everything you know about them. Go to the police, or let's say if you find them on a platform like TikTok, like Facebook, gather all your evidence and try to see if there's a way you can stop them from defrauding other people in the future. People who ask for your help are not fraudsters. You can choose to say no, you can choose to say yes. People who try to get funds, money, investment from you by lying about who they are, by presenting false documents, by forging contracts, by trying to be who they are not, those are fraudsters. Those are fraudsters, and they don't care about you. Once you find out about them, try as much as possible to get the law enforcement agencies involved. Going online to call them out won't really help. So save a life. Officially report any fraudster to law enforcement agencies and let them work on it. You understand? And if you're a fraudster, if you're out there defrauding people, telling people you give them this contract, you give them this money if they do this, if they part with this, you need to stop it. There's one thing you need to know. Every day for the thief, one day for the owner. You can't hurt other people and expect to live a beautiful life. Whatever you're doing will catch up to you. Yes? Karma. You need to understand what karma is all about. Karma will find you. It might take 1 million years. It might take 2 seconds. But definitely, karma will get you. If what you do is try to hurt people, try to defraud people. Do you know what people go through just to get their money? For me, for instance, if I want super chat, I might stay on live stream for 10 hours, 9 hours, 1 hour, 2 hours. Do you think it's easy? It's not easy. Whatever people are doing to get their money legally is not easy. And you're out there, you're trying to get the money just by lying, just by being the worst horrible person ever, and you think you're gonna go scot-free. You might not get caught. Your victims might not have enough evidences against you. Yeah, they might not have enough evidences against you. But keep on going. One day, you'll see what you're looking for. Because that's just the way life is. That's the way life is. You can't keep hurting other people and expect to live a happy life. One day, it's going to be for the owner. Every day for the thief, one day for the owner. One day you're going to get caught. So if you don't want to get to that stage in life, you better give up on that lifestyle. Go get a job. Go get something to do. This is 2025. There's so many things to do. There's so many things to do to get money. You don't need to defraud other people. Get a job. Learn a skill. Open a social media channel. Open a social media handle. A social media page. Go there. Try to get money. Don't defraud people. Because if you keep at it, I guess we just have to find out how that will end. Yeah. So that's where we're going to stop today in this video. If you enjoyed watching this video, please give this video a thumbs up. And remember, always do your research. Enjoy the rest of your day.